Hello and welcome to this tutorial on the basics of using Google Drive. In this tutorial, we're going to cover a few different options. We're going to show you how to use the Google Drive to store documents, retrieve documents, edit documents, and share documents. The first thing you're going to need to do is make sure you have a Google account. If you do not have one, simply go to google.com. You'll find an option in the top right to create an account. Create one, sign in, you'll end up on a landing page just like this one, and you'll be good to go. The first thing you're going to want to do is actually go to Drive, and the simplest way to do that is in the search bar right there, just type in Google Drive and hit enter. You'll see you're given a couple different options. You're going to want this one right down here that says drive.google.com, Google Drive sign in. Simply click the link, and it will take you right there. You also have the ability in the address bar up top to just type in drive.google.com, and it will take you to the exact same place. This is where you will save and share and create documents. So let's say you don't have Microsoft Word at home because you don't want to pay the licensing fee, and you don't want to use any of the other options, so you're aiming for something a little more cloud-based. This is where Google Drive can be really helpful. If you want to create a new Word document, simply click the New button over here on the top left, and then we're going to select what we want to create, which is a Google Doc. That's a Word document for Google, so click on that, and we'll open up a blank document, just like you would in Microsoft Word. The first thing you're going to want to do is add a title to the document, so we can call this My First Document, and then we're able to type what we want. You'll notice that right next to My First Document, you'll see where it says Save to Drive. It just disappeared, but every time you add some words, so if I add some words, you'll see it says Saving, Save to Drive. That means your document has already been saved to your Google Drive folder, so if you just close it, you'll see it's already right there and saved. So you can just double click to open it again and continue editing along the way that you were. So that's a very simple way to create a Word document. And then if you want to save it, again, all you have to do is type and it will automatically save. You can also go to File and Download. So let's say you're writing a resume and you need to save it to send to an employer. Just go to Download and you can hover over either Microsoft Word or PDF document. And when you click those buttons, it will download that in that format, which makes it really easy for you to create these documents, save them to your computer, and then send them to a future employer or add them as an attachment to an email. And that's really all there is to it for for Google Drive, the docs. You do editing just like you would in Microsoft Word. So if you wanted to center something, highlight what you want to center and click one of these buttons up here. If you hover over any of these icons, it'll tell you exactly what it was. So if I want to center it, I can click center. If I want to go to the left, I can go left, right, or I can do justified. You can change the spacing, you can change the text color, underline, italics, bold, just like you could in Microsoft Word. So this is basically, consider this Microsoft Word Lite. It doesn't have all of the functions that something like Microsoft Word would have, but if you're just doing basic Word document editing, this is a great place to start. Another thing that you can do with Google Drive is if we go to New, we can actually do what's called Google Sheets. And Google Sheets is Google's version of Excel. So you simply have to go, just like you did with the Word document or the Google document, open up a new sheet, and you can start working on it. So let's say we have, column A, column B, and then we have, some text here and some more text here. And again, you can see it says saving, save to drive. If I close it, there it is. I didn't give it a name, so it's called Untitled Spreadsheet. But if I double click it, you can see my work is still there. So you don't have to worry about losing any of that information. Another thing you can do is go to New Slides. And this is just like creating a PowerPoint. So if you don't have Microsoft PowerPoint at home, you can use Google Slides to create your own presentations. I'm not going to walk you through how to create all that. This is really just an overview on the different options that you'll have. So again, title your presentation, My First Presentation, and then yay for your title, and then my presentation. And again, you'll see it says saving, save to drive. So all I have to do is close it. My first presentation is right there. Double click it, and there you go. And you can start doing all of your edits. Finally, you can actually create forms. So where you click where it says new, go to Google Forms, and it will bring up a new form for you. So again, you can say my first, we don't need to take the tour. You can when you're first setting this up and using it for the first time. It can be very helpful. But for the purposes of this video, we're just gonna plow through, and I'm gonna just give you a brief description of what we're doing. So my first form, and then you can ask a question like, is this easy? Option 1 could be yes. Option 2 could be no. And then over here, we're gonna change it to, what do we want to change it to? Multiple choice. So option 1 yes, option 2 no. And then you're done. Again, close it. There it is saved. Let's say you want to share this with somebody. So you've written your resume. You know, you have something, it's like my resume, but you want your friend to look over it, right? You want to make sure that there's no typos, everything looks good, the formatting is correct. On the top right, you'll see a button over here that says share. Right now it's set private to only me, so you are the only one that can see it. But if you click that link, click that button, what it'll do is it'll allow you to add people to share it to. So you can type in their email addresses here and click done, and it will send it to them so they'll be able to view it. Also, you're able to just get a link. So right here where it says get link, it says restricted. Only people added can open this link, and you can change to anyone with the link. So if you copy this link, you can email that to people, and you'll be able to have them view the document. And you can have it so they can only view it, or they can comment on it, or they can edit it for you. So as you change that, it will change the link, and you just copy it and send it. And again, if you're done with it, you can simply close the document, and it will save all your work. Again, if I click and double open it, my resume is still there, and you're good to go. A couple other small things I want to talk about is also under this new option, if you want to organize things, you can create a folder that says, maybe this is my resume folder, and we'll click create. And now you'll see that there is a folder above the files. And so I've created a whole bunch of documents already. What do I do? They're not in the folder. Well, you can simply click and drag it, and now it's in there. So if I double click on my folder, there's that document that had my resume in it. You also have the ability to upload files and folders. So if you've downloaded something from the internet, like an instruction manual or a PDF template, you can upload those files directly to Google Drive. Or if you have a folder on your computer that you already have all your resume stuff in, you can upload that folder. So those are other options for using Google Drive. We're going to go back to my drive, and you can see that we have my folder right here, my resume folder. We have my presentation, my form document, and my Excel spread, or my Drive sheet. So those are the main things that you can use Google Drive for. There are obviously many, many other options when it comes to formatting, styling, and utilizing Google Drive, but I really wanted to just sit down with you and go through some of the basics to get you up and running. The main thing that you're going to need to make sure is that you have a Google Drive account. And your Google Drive account is the same as if you have a Gmail account or a regular Google account. It's a universal login, so you can use that same login for any of them. If you sign into Gmail, you can click these little 9 dots on the top right-hand side, and you'll see you can scroll down and you'll see a button for Drive. And you can click there, you can go to Gmail, you can go to the news, what have you. If you have any questions about anything that we've covered today, please give us a call. Our number is 856-667-0300, extension 2, and we'd be more than happy to help you. Again, that number is 856-667-0300, extension 2. Thank you for attending. I hope you've enjoyed the presentation, and have a nice day.